Hi, my name is Whitney Smith with the Smith Investigation Agency, and I'm here to answer some questions that we've had submitted to us. Here we go. What tools did cheaters use to hide their affairs? So that's going to depend. There's a lot of different situations and potential tools that someone's going to use. So, for instance, maybe your spouse has one phone. They've only ever had one phone, and it's never been password protected. Well, now all of a sudden it is. Or maybe they claim to have a work phone now, where there was no real reason to have a work phone before, but now they have a secondary phone. And they're secretive about it and they're not passing it out. And, they claim it's for work purposes and confidentiality and all these different things, but it just doesn't line up maybe even to the position that they carry. That's obviously, one thing that could be a situation. But again, those, having passwords where passwords were not a thing before. Finances, obviously, if they are now, going out to meals they never used to go out to, let's say your spouse has been a homebody and never really went out before and all of a sudden is going out to fancy dinners and different events and things like that. That's just not normal behavior. So those are definitely some things. Email accounts, social media accounts, fake email accounts. There's lots of different things out there that you might see that your spouse is potentially doing to hide the affair, right? Lying to friends or family, having, their best buddies say, hey, say that I'm out with you playing cards tonight, or say that we're going to the salon today, and meanwhile you're doing something else. So there's a lot of different potential red flags and things that, an individual is going to do to hide their affair and hide their tracks, right? Secrecy of time is a big one too, right? Where all of a sudden they're very defensive in their behavior and they don't want to talk about what they're doing and why they're busy. And I was at work and what does it matter to you? And they can just get very, their behavior changes a lot, right? Where maybe they've been tender, caring, loving, and kind before, all of a sudden they seem agitated and disrespectful and very short with you. Like those are definite signs that your partner could be having an affair. And, obviously it could also mean other things, right? There's stressors. There's, when people have deaths in family, when there's, societal things going on, inflation in the world. There's a lot of different things that can cause people to have stresses and anxiety. So sometimes people come to us and they think that their spouse is having an affair based on a lot of those things we've just mentioned, those patterns and those behaviors, but there wasn't actually anything, at least that we saw going on, but you can see, when we're out there doing surveillance, you're very intimately seeing what the subject's doing because you're ultimately right there following them. So sometimes you can see the stress that people are carrying. So, sometimes it's a matter of maybe something's happened in their life. They don't know how to process it. And so they're stressed and they're just maybe not managing their emotions well. So it doesn't always mean if there's some red flags that there's an affair taking place, but obviously that's one of the factors that could be, a sign that there's infidelity taking place. If you're looking to hire a private investigator because you do suspect that infidelity is taking place, you can give us a call here at the Smith Investigation Agency. We offer free consultations, and we'd be happy to help you work through, deciding what's the best course of action for you based on the situation and the things that you're aware of. And we certainly help you out.